If I really had my choice to spend the money from the education stimulus package, I would say that class size is the most important. I think that that's where you can see the quickest impact on student learning and student growth.
Working in an elementary school setting, the primary thing is class size. When we have 30 or 35 in the kindergarten class with no full-time assistant in there, that's just way too much.
We just need more teachers because in our community, the schools are just growing. There's 30 plus students in a lot of classrooms.
We've talked a lot in Nebraska about really working on early childhood education. I think it's a real key area. I've wondered for 30 years why we didn't start educating our children sooner, because they're so sharp and so smart at an early age.
Being able to have pre-K for programs for 3- and 4-year-olds and full-day kindergarten, and perhaps also having resources so that we can continue to attract and retain the very best educators to the profession.
If we would just reduce the class size of K-3, we'd go a long way to improving and closing the achievement gap.
That's a proven fact that that's going to make the difference. Also, we need professional training, and if you want to keep and retain high-quality teachers, you have to pay them a professional salary.
I believe that at least the bulk of the money should go to higher salaries to attract qualified teachers. We're losing so many already.
Teacher salaries and professional development, that is a key into having good teachers.
Certainly we need to also look at how we're providing appropriate professional development opportunities, and every school employee needs to feel that they are earning a living wage.
For salaries to bring teachers and ESPs pay up to par.
I believe for where we are in the country right now, that if we could focus on anything, it would be teacher salary and technology.
Oh, if I had the power, I think we would definitely spend some money modernizing our schools and making sure that every child had the opportunity to attend a modern and updated school.
We're really looking at infrastructure. We're really looking at the buildings.
As a carpenter for a school district, I see our campuses in a sad state of repair, actually dangerous to our students and our education employees. I'd love to see the campuses be made safe and the technology be available for our students to succeed.
So we not only need infrastructure, we need the resources. We look at trying to do things out of the box, like not having regular textbooks, but using digital textbooks.
We certainly have to make sure that we're providing equal opportunities for all of our students. So we have to look at states that have high numbers of students that live in poverty and provide additional resources there. We have to look at English language learners and special ed students who need additional support, and we have to provide that.
I need to have a smaller class, especially for classroom management, and especially for my special education students who are included in my classroom.
We have kids with very severe needs. We need to be able to get them the programs that they need so they can succeed.
If they would fully fund IDEA, it would allow me to lower the class sizes in my district so that the teachers that take my children at the elementary level would have more opportunities to reach those children.
Where it's going to help increase payments to IDEA, Title I funds, and other federal programs that have been undercut for so many years that are going to help to bring quality back to our schools.
We're also looking at declining enrollment in the big cities, and to really look at those and see how we can keep our students in these schools.
I really would very much like to see Pell Grants being funded at the full level so that students are not forced to take out so many loans.
We have great needs for teachers in science and mathematics, where our children are not doing very well right now, and we need that as a country.
And I think the first thing to do is to look at the outcomes that we jointly want to achieve, and if those outcomes are going to be best met with more individualized instruction, then targeting some money for additional hires to reduce class size would be important.
I think we need to go back to the basics and know where the power lies, and that's with the students in the classroom with the teachers.
An educated populace are healthy, they work, and they also pay taxes, and that broadens the tax base, and there's going to be a lot of extra money for services. So the first thing they need to do is make sure that education gets a bigger portion of that pie.
You know, people ask us what's most important. They ask us, would we rather have the money in class size or professional development? I think we need it everywhere. Our schools are woefully underfunded, and if we're going to get the kind of education that we know every child deserves, we simply need more funding across the board in every category.